Hello, good evening, everyone. Um, I want to officially welcome you to today's event. Good evening to those joining from Australia and for those joining from Nigeria, Europe, Africa. I say good morning to you. Wherever you are joining from, I welcome you to this special event. And the event is um, the virtual launch of an amazing body of work, a book by one of us, Olivia Omotosho, and it's 21 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place. And I'm pretty much excited about today because it's a day that we've all waited for so long, despite everything that has happened around the world. With the pandemic, we couldn't find a better time to do that. But we're here today and it's pretty exciting. And also today doubles um, as Olivia's 11th birthday, and it's a double celebration. And I'm pretty happy about this. And wherever you've joined us from around the world, I welcome you. All protocols duly observed. And whatever platform you're also watching from, be it Facebook, be it YouTube, I welcome you to this virtual launch. And we've got a lot of items on our program today, but to start off, we're going to proceed to what's next on our agenda. And by the way, I'm your host today. My name is Richard. Lovely to meet you all again. So quickly, we'll have a presentation from the author, the little girl, the smart girl who's put together this amazing body of work. And she's no other person than Olivia Omotosho. Wherever you're watching from, I want you to, with a round of applause, welcome Olivia Omotosho to give a presentation. Olivia, over to you.
Thank you very much, Richard. First of all, I would like to once again thank everybody for coming to my live event. I am very pleased that you all decided to come and just supporting me. Um, so I just wanted to tell everybody about my journey and how I ended up making the book. Well, I was born on Nigeria on the 26th of June, 2010, and I stayed there for 3 years before moving to Sydney at 3 years old. I stayed there for around 1 year before moving to Perth when I was 4 years old, and that's where the journey started. So when I was 8, my dad bought me this book called Art for Rich Life for Julie Davy. By the way, my dad wanted to get me into reading so much. He brought all these books from the library and started getting me into reading as early as possible so that I could develop a habit. And it worked. I love reading right now. So my dad bought that book for me, Art for Rich Life by Julie Davy. And I read it in one day. I finished it, which is surprising because nonfiction or biographies is not my favorite reading genre ever since I was little. So it was quite surprising for me to finish a book that's not my favorite genre in one day. So I was very pleased with myself, but I also really liked the content of the book. And I asked myself, why don't I just make my own book, and then I'll be very, very, very happy with myself and I'll achieve my dream of being a writer. So that's where it all began. So I started brainstorming things like what would the name be, what were the criteria for the girls, things like that. And it took a while, but I still managed to do it. I also used some things like Agile. Agile is a technique that helps you to achieve your goals and achieve your goals and just reach your goals. That's all it helps you to do. And it also helps with your technique work and things like that. So the ones that I use the most were probably Kanban and Kaizen. They are both Japanese words, and when I found that out, I was really excited because I just love the Japanese culture. It's one of my favorite things. So Kanban means signboard or signpost, and how it works is you have a board or anything, whiteboard, poster, paper, split into three parts: to do, doing, and done. And you have, like, maybe you write it down or a sticky note, and you move where you up to into the different parts. And this basically helps you. Kanban basically helps you to keep track of your goals and where you are up to in reaching your goal. Kaizen means continuous improvement. It is doing a little bit every day until success. Kaizen is one of my favorite things because of that, I now know that you can never stop improving. The improvement is endless. There is no maximum improvement that you can go. You just keep improving, 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 and improving. So those were the most two agile things that I used. And well, I just wanted to say, clarify the fact that this journey was very difficult. It was not easy, especially since I was 8 years old. But I still got through it, and this proves the fact that no matter how old you are, you can achieve anything and you can be great. Thank you all for listening to my speech for this evening / morning or whatever time it is in your area. Thank you.
And thank you, Olivia, for that amazing presentation. You did mention a few things that I didn't start to use until about 2 years ago. Things like Kaizen and Kanban, and it's these tools at such a tender age. I salute your courage and well done to you. Quickly, the next item on our agenda would be testimonials. So this is a time where we get people to testify of what their experiences have been from reading the book. I got this book for my son who's 6 years old, and I'm proud of my actions because it's really helping him and is getting to learn a lot about girls that made the world a better place. So this is going to come in videos, and I want you to enjoy the slides as they come through. Yeah, testimonials, please.
Hi everyone, my name is Olivia Omotosho and I'm in Melbourne, Australia. What I thought about the book is that it's very informative and it taught me a lot about the girls that made the world a better place and stood up for their rights. My favorite girl in the book is Malala Yousafzai because she stood up for her beliefs for girls' education rights, and even though she was injured, she still stood up for what she believed in, and she didn't let anybody tell her what she could learn and what she couldn't learn. What I can take away from Malala is that I can stand up for what I believe in, and that even when someone tells me I can't do this or I can't do that, I can ignore them and keep doing what I would like to do. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Good morning. My name is Falayotim Lolua. I live in Ibadan. My school is in UCA Staff School, Charles Payne Middle School in Nigeria, Oyo State. So I really love the book made 21 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place. I love Malala, Ruby Bridges, and Coco Gauff. So they really made the world a better place, especially Ruby Bridges and Malala. They fought for girls' rights and education. So I really want to make a book one day, and so I love the poem you wrote. Like, it was very interesting. Roses are red, girls are cool. Just like blue violets, I know that too. So that really inspired me. One day, me too, I'm going to write a book. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, my name is Kishi, live from Melbourne. This book, 21 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place, is a fantastic book. I give it a 5-star rating, not 4, 5. My favorite character in this book is Malala, because she risked her own life to go to school. My key point from this book is, anything is possible, just believe.
Hello, my name is Itava Kishiteniradiga and I'm from Toronto, Canada. Thank you so much for your book, Olivia. Your book has inspired me to focus and achieve what I want. Every girl that was mentioned in this book has done something great and that has perfected our work. I certainly could not pick any of the girls that you mentioned in this book, for they've done something great in their lives. Looking at Malala, she did what no other girl thought of doing when the Taliban attacked. Khader Provin's story was similar to Rosa Parks' story, but when you wrote this book and told her story, you have made it more interesting, and now her story is going to be all around. Yan Yan Tan has set her mind to being a ballerina, and looking at where she is now, shows the hard work she's been putting on. One of her quote was perfect one thing at a time, which also means breaking down your goal and practicing and try to perfect it one at a time, because you would get there gradually. Thank you so much for your book once more. I am looking forward to your other books that you're going to create, and I hope it'll inspire others too.
My name is Nicola Digway and I live in Manchester here in the UK. This book was really inspiring to me. It's called 21 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place by Olivia Omotosho. I think it was really inspiring, and it's about 21 girls who made a difference in the world as they accomplished great things through resilience, hard work, determination, knowing the fact that being a girl does not hinder them from achieving and fulfilling their greatest dreams and desires. The person that inspired me the most was Malala Yousafzai, and this was because of her great determination and knowing her rights, and knowing the fact that education is meant for everyone and all of us, and that girls should not be exempt from it. But another thing that blew my mind from her story was the fact that even though she was hit 3 times in the head by a gun, she still didn't give up. She still kept going. She stayed resilient. And I think it takes a lot of grit and courage to do that, because she might have felt intimidated, but she kept going, and she decided to keep going and fight for what she knew was right. 2 things I would pick from this book that every girl reads. 2 things I'd pick from this book is the fact that you should not let anyone intimidate you or make you feel like you can't achieve something, whether you're young or old. You might feel a bit like you can't do it, but you can if only you try. And also the fact that you need to stand up, and you should stand up for what is right and what you know is right, and never be scared to tell anyone the truth. Know your rights. Thank you.
My name is Michelle Asaki and I am 10 years old. I live in Lagos, Nigeria. I think the book is great. I'm sure it took Olivia a lot of months to finish writing this book. My favorite girl in the book is Samantha Smith. I like her because she was brave, and she was brave enough to send a letter to another country to ask if they would go to another civil war. She sent the letter because she wanted to ask if they would go to another civil war. So we now replied that there was not going to be another civil war, that she just only wanted peace with both countries. So I like her story because she was brave enough to send that letter to another country. I showed it to everyone so that another civil war will not start, but peace will rise. I learned that you can be brave and be whoever you want to be in life. Don't let anyone get you down.
My name is Onedechi Janet Digray and I live in Manchester. I think it was a really great goal that Olivia Omotosho set for herself to make a book by her 10th birthday, and even more amazing when she achieved it. this inspirational book about 21 amazing young girls who made a difference in the world just by either a statement, action, or movement. It just shows that however young or old you are, you can make a difference in this world just by doing one thing, and you shouldn't let anyone or anything get in your way of doing that. My personal favorite person in this book was Claudine, and she made a difference in this world by just one statement. And although she had to pay the price later on, she still gave other people the courage to make that right choice with her, and together they made a difference in the world. I think a lesson we should just take with us is that that you shouldn't let anyone stop you from doing the right thing, and that you shouldn't follow the crowd. And when you think it's the right thing, you should do it. And that just by doing that one thing, you can make a big difference in the world, and people could get encouraged to follow you, and together you can make a big difference in the world. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, that was lovely. Amazing, amazing reviews from the girls. And whilst this book um, is 21 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place, um, I also want to let everyone know that this book is equally good for the male child, right? The boys can learn a lot from this book. And I believe that your male children should also have a copy. And quick one to everyone watching, joining from different platforms, please keep the comments and reviews coming in the comment section. We'll grab them and display them as we deem fit. Thanks, guys. Again, keep the reviews coming. Thank you. The next item on our agenda would be introduction of the guest speaker for today. And this person is someone who we know so much around here in Melbourne, Australia. She's a wife, a mother, she's a spiritual leader, an academic leader, and a role model to a lot of us, especially here in Melbourne, Australia. She'll be speaking to us, and she's no other person than Pastor Mrs. Professor Lola Akin Ojelabi. Thank you so much, Ma.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for the introduction, and happy birthday to you, Olivia. It's such a wonderful privilege to be celebrating your birthday and also to be speaking at this book launch. I'm so delighted to be able to join you tonight to launch your book and to be speaking to you. So congratulations to you, to Daddy, to Mommy, and to little brother Ifedayo, because I'm sure that they have supported you all through the journey. I will speak for a few minutes just to acknowledge all the great work that you have done. And when I see young people who do amazing things as you have done, I'm so delighted, I'm so happy. And I really love the quote at the start of the book, 21 Girls Who Made the World. I've got my own copy, 21 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place. It says, no matter how young you are, you can achieve anything. And that's the story of this book, Olivia. You are young, you decided and you determined to do something, and you have achieved it. So well done on writing the book and on finishing it. It's so amazing. Everyone has a gift. Everyone has a talent. Everyone gets opportunities in life to do so many things. Everyone has some wisdom that is embedded in them to do one thing or the other. But not everyone who has a gift or everyone who has wisdom or talents gets to use them. Not everyone taps into the opportunity that they are given. Some people want to use the wisdom they have, but they don't have the opportunity. Some people have the wisdom and they have the opportunity, but they abuse or they misuse the opportunity. But that's not what we're doing tonight. Tonight, I'm in Melbourne, so it's in the evening for us. We are celebrating talent. We are celebrating wisdom. We're celebrating good use of opportunity. And that is why I have congratulated Olivia, and I have also congratulated our parents and the family. Olivia talks about a woman who inspired her at the start of the book. She talks about Julie Davy. And for that, I want to also say that Julie is a woman who has made the world a better place for the fact that she inspired Olivia to write the book. She inspired Olivia to tap into the wisdom, to tap into talent, and to also take use and make use of the opportunity. So we add Julie Davy to the list of women who have made the world a better place. In the book, we read so much about so many other girls, 21 of them, who have made the world a better place. We read the story of Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges' story also mentions a woman called Mrs. Barbara Henry. Mrs. Barbara Henry chose to teach Ruby Bridges at school, regardless of the fact that no one else wanted to do so. So when we have opportunity, we have wisdom, and we have determination to achieve, we also have the support network around us to help us to achieve our goals. So I just want to inspire everyone who is here tonight, listening and being part of this book launch, that there are people around you that you could inspire, people that you could help to become who God made them to be. There are people that you can inspire as well, as this book is inspiring everyone. And I hope and I pray that we will all make use of that opportunity to inspire people who are around us. We read also about Malala. Malala's father was prepared to put her daughter forward, regardless of the danger that was involved. But it's not just about having the support network around us. It's also about bravery, the girls' bravery, the girls' strength, their determination, resilience, fearlessness. In the midst of opposition, they were ready to stand up and to achieve their goals. And here we read about Alexandra Scott, who defied the odds and chose to help others. We read about children who stood up for justice, children who stood against war, children like Capri who set big goals and achieved them. We also read about children like Sylvia Mendes, who overcame very bad treatment and bullying, name-calling, to achieve their dreams. We read about children like Sophie Cruz, who made the plight of immigrants and refugees known to the world. Children like Mali Dias, who wrote to encourage other children. When Olivia approached me that she was writing this book, I was really excited. I was really happy, because a young girl, 8 years old, who had determined to achieve such a great feat, it's something to be celebrated. And Olivia, tonight I do celebrate your courage. Olivia did not just write a book. She also exemplifies courage, resilience, thoughtfulness, planning, diligence, and commitment. And all of that make people achieve what they set out to achieve. All of those things make up Olivia. And I want to just look at two scriptures, two Bible passages, because I was introduced as a pastor. So I like to talk about God, because God is the author of all things. Psalm 8 verse 2 says, "Out of the mouth of infants and nursing babes, God has established strength." And Proverbs 22:29 says, "Do you see a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings and shall not stand before obscure men. So I know, Olivia, this is just the start for you. There are great things that lie ahead of you. Greater projects are coming your way. And as you continue to tap into the wisdom and the talents that God has given to you, God will continue to lift you up in Jesus' name. And like, your quote says, no matter how young you are, you can achieve anything. So I know, Olivia, that very soon another book will be written. And the title of that book will be 22 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place. And the 22nd person will be Olivia Donisola Omotosho. So congratulations and happy birthday. It's a pleasure celebrating this book launch and your birthday with you. And thank you to everyone for listening. God bless you. And to all the children who are watching, all the young girls and the young boys who are watching, you can achieve anything through the grace of God. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. Thank you so much, Ma. Pastor Mrs. Professor Lola Akin-Ojelabi, for the wonderful piece. God bless you, Ma. And you did mention a whole lot of things. And one of the things I also want to hold on to here is the fact that behind this amazing body of work from Olivia Omotosho are the parents who has nurtured her and guided, given her the guidance to be able to put together this amazing body of work. And it's also something that we as parents should emulate to encourage our children to achieving greatness. Well done to Mr. Pete and Sister Dami Omotosho. Thank you so much. Yes, now it's time to pop. Yeah, so the official launch is about to happen. So Olivia is going to do something amazing here. She's going to pop a sparkling drink and ribbon. And yes, I hope you guys are ready. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. I want you to put anything in the comment section. All the emojis should start coming in, to celebrate this official launch. All right. Over to you, Olivia, please.
Yes, I just wanted to thank everybody who helped me on my journey of making this book. And I would like to now officially launch the book.
Woo! Woo! Lovely. Okay, we're waiting for the pop. All right.
Oh, this is a fruit one anyway. So
woo, lovely. Oh, lovely. Oh, you want to pour Olivia a drink? Okay. Take one. And do you want to make a toast, Olivia?
Yes. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody who supported me and everyone who's watching. Thank you for coming. Yes.
Yeah, a toast to greatness. Thank you so much, Olivia. Alrighty. Again, if you're just joining, it's the official virtual launch of this amazing body of work by Olivia Omotosho, 21 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place. And Olivia, by God's grace, will become the 22nd person to make this world a better place. All right, so let's move to what's next on our agenda today. Our time is fast spent. So it's time for the celebrant, I call her the girl of the moment, Olivia, to introduce a wonderful project 1111 that is tied to this virtual launch. Olivia, you want to mention a thing or two about this project?
Well, basically, like it's gonna say in the video we're about to present, it's I want to get my hand into I want to get my book into the hands of 1,111 girls or children all across Nigeria, and I want them to read the book and know that they can do anything and be great. I would also like to say something after we watch the video, but play the video, yes.
Cool.
Hi, my name is Olivia Omotosho, author of this book, 21 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place. On June 26, 2021, I will be turning 11 years old, and I had the amazing idea to do something called Project 1111. I want to get my book into the hands of 1,111 girls all across Nigeria. I want to partner up with some people so I can get them to buy 10, 20, 30 or more books so that we can get them to all these children. And for this occasion, the partner will be getting the book at $5 instead of the normal $20 so that this will be easier. It turns out more than 10.5 million children in Nigeria are not in school right now, 60% of them being girls. I got this from the UNICEF website. And also on the SDG, also known as Sustainable Development Goals website, on Goal 4, they want to ensure quality education and promote learning opportunities for all, which is exactly what I want to do as well. I want 1,111 children to read this book and know that they can do anything and be great. So I want to ask you, would you volunteer and help me to achieve my dream?
Alrighty, yes, thanks for the video, Olivia. You want to say a thing or two now?
Yes, I wanted to tell everyone that some kind people have already donated 80 books, so we already have 80 books, and that is an amazing start. We had all of those delivered just like maybe yesterday and today, which is very good. And I just also wanted to say, for $50, you can donate 10 books to all these children. And once again, I would like to say thank you for all the people who have donated already. And yes, I would just like to thank them for like everything that they have done, because this is going to go into the hands of 1,111 children, as I have said in the video and before. I would like to just emphasize the fact that it is for a very good and an amazing cause, and I'm very pleased that people would have such kind hearts to donate to help children read this and know that they can do anything and be great.
Yes, thank you, Olivia, for that. And particularly, I love the fact that one of the objectives of this project is to align with the Sustainable Development Goal, one of the Sustainable Development Goals of affording education to children all over the world. And kudos to you for that. And please, everyone watching, I would love you to support this project. It's for a good cause. And of course, you can do this in your child's school. Provide a copy or copies of these books to your children's school, and this will go a long way to helping those children and helping them learn a lot from the 21 girls who made the world a better place. Again, Olivia, thank you so much for that amazing presentation and introduction of this project. And this is not the end of this project. You'll keep hearing about it as time goes on. Olivia will continue to inform you on updates on this project. Thank you so much, Olivia. And we've come to that point where we want to thank everyone for joining this program. Thank you for joining this event, for supporting our own Olivia Omotosho. And I would quickly want to welcome someone very special to Olivia, who's no other person than Olivia's mom. Hi, Sister Dami. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you, Richard. Hello, everyone. My name is Dami, and I am Olivia's mom, and I will be doing the vote of thanks today. So, on behalf of the author of the book, 21 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place, Olivia Omotosho, we are super delighted to say a very big thank you to all the fathers, the mothers, aunties, uncles, grandpas, grandmas, families, friends, and everyone that has supported Olivia's vision. We thank you for believing in Olivia and for your continuous support towards Project 1111. Remain blessed of the Lord, and happy birthday once again, Olivia. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Dami, for the vote of thanks. And we want to quickly start taking questions now. So, Olivia, your audience is going to put you on the spot. So, what you do for me, wherever you're joining from, all over the world, go to the comment section and ask Olivia anything about the book, and ask her any question, and she'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So, this section will go for about 5 to 7 minutes. So please keep the questions coming, and hopefully Olivia can answer all your questions before the close of this event. Oh, lovely. Sincerely Agile just donated 10 books. Lovely. Thank you so much, Sincerely Agile. Mary, thank you. So, Olivia, I wanted to ask you, where do you get your inspiration from?
Well, as I said in my speech earlier, I noticed that a lot of girls, actually, I didn't say that in my speech. What am I saying? Yes. I noticed that a lot of girls, both in the past and sometimes now in the present, have been mistreated and thought less than boys. I noticed that when I was very young, and I wanted to make a difference. I noticed that they were being treated differently, whether it was the fact that men once got a higher pay wage than women, and even still now, and the fact that girls once weren't allowed at all to vote or take part in any political activity. They weren't allowed to be doctors, scientists, because they were thought not smart enough or not strong enough. So I wanted to let the world know that girls can. I wanted to let the world know that how great girls can be, and that they can do anything, reach for the moon. They can achieve anything they want. And I also noticed that people these days have made a humongous change since like the 70s or the 60s or the 80s. Like it has improved very much since the olden days before I was born, but it's still out there. And I just wanted to let the world know that girls can be anything, they can do anything. And I just wanted to get that out there into the world and let them know this fact.
Lovely, thank you. There's a question here from Tony. Thank you, Tony, for the question. Says, how long did it take you to write this book?
Actually, since I started at 8 and I published it at the age of 10, it took me 2 years and a few months to write this book. It was a very excruciatingly long and hard journey for me to take. And it took a very long time. I was very exhausted. Once, even at a point when I was a little younger, I even almost stopped doing it because I was very exhausted from all the hard work, the researching, the writing, the editing, the revising, the publishing, everything. I was very exhausted from that, but I still got through it. So
lovely. That's a good stride. All right. There's a question here from Tolu Lokbe Omotosho. Says, why did you choose those specific 21 girls? There are many girls who changed the world, but why 21 of them?
Yes, there is. I looked through many different websites, .org, the edu everything that I could find, and I picked these 21 girls because they fit perfectly into the criterias that I had. First, they had to have done something amazing or being built up to doing something amazing at a very young age, like maybe as young as 6 or 5, like Sophie Cruz, for example. She was very young, or even someone older, like maybe 16. I just wanted them to have done something amazing at a young age. And there were other criterias for the girls. In fact, Anne Frank, an amazing girl who hid from the Nazis in Germany. Unfortunately, she died at a young age. She almost made it into my book, but I noticed that she didn't fit into one of the criterias. So unfortunately, I had to remove her. But she is an amazing girl. So there are a few criterias that some of the girls didn't fit in. So I had to do a lot of removing, putting in, editing, revising, everything. So yeah.
Lovely. It was nice that you had to mention the fact that you had your criteria for selecting 21 girls. One quick question. During your speech, you did mention terminologies like the Kaizen and the Kanban, of course, which is continuous improvement and sort of planning. So putting this together whilst you were planning and continuously improving this amazing body of work, did it affect your academics, your schoolwork? How were you able to balance both?
Oh, it didn't affect it at all. In fact, my dad made sure that I was happy. He didn't push me too much. In fact, he taught me agile at a very young age. I think maybe as early as 5 or 4. So I knew what was going on. It didn't affect my academics or learning in any way. I had time to go to school to learn. I wasn't tired. I did work for my book. I had a few hours every day, like maybe even 7 or 5, to play around, hang out with my friends, be with my brother, play with my little Barbie dolls. Yes, I had lots of free time on my hands, so it didn't affect me negatively academically in any way.
Lovely. And one final question, Bethany from Perth. Bethany wants to know how you got the motivation to create this book and who gave you, did you have any advice? Because she would love to write a book sometime in the future.
Yes, I got motivation from a book called All for Rich Life by Julie Davy. I actually have it there in the library. It was a very amazing book. Um, it's about the rich, being rich, but it's saying that being rich isn't only about money. It's about your personality and things like that. It's a very good book. I think you should read it. Yes, I got motivation from that, and it inspired me so much to write this book because I loved writing from a very, very, very young age. And I was just thinking, why don't I write my own book? And this just came to my mind because of how I already said all the things about the girls, and also the people like Ruby Bridges and Malala Yousafzai. They also motivated me a lot to do this. And Julie Davies, she's also an amazing woman. I feel like I should have put her in my book and made it 22 Girls Who Made the World a Better Place, because she is an amazing woman and she really inspired me. In fact, when I was younger, I actually sent a message to her, and she came to me when I lived in Perth, all the way from here in Melbourne. So it's kind of complicated. She was in Melbourne, I was in Perth. She come to visit me in Perth, and now I'm in Melbourne. So actually, yeah. I was very excited when I was at school. I was so excited. I was so jittery, everything. To me, one of my biggest idols. And she's an amazing woman once again. I really love everything she's done. She wrote a few books, like Offer Which Life I've already mentioned, and Attitude in Action. That's one other book that she's written. So one more time, she is an amazing woman, and she really motivated me. Her and her book are the things that kicked me off at first.
All right. Thank you, Olivia, for the answers. And the conversation continues. Please keep the questions coming in the comment section, and Olivia would answer via the comment section. We're out of time. We quickly move next to what's on our agenda, which is a short info session on where to purchase and how to purchase this book, because it's not enough to launch the book. It's also important that we guide you on how to get a copy of this amazing body of work by Olivia Omotosho. And it's also a way to support what she's done to the larger community. So if you may, please, technical, point us to where we can get these books. Thank you.
Okay, probably I'll just say a few words before I put that on the background. The places where the book can be seen are currently scrolling on the screen. It's currently available on Amazon. There is Roving Height Bookstore, which is a Nigerian online bookstore. You can order for it there. Booktopia as well, and there are several other online platforms that this book are currently available. We know that some people would like to pick up, especially folks in our home country, Nigeria. And so that is why we have actually have pick-up locations, and that is also scrolling currently on your screen. But more importantly, what we will do is after this session, we'll kind of put it as the background such that it will be on the screen, and people can go there to order for the book. So also on Olivia's YouTube channel, the links are there currently. So if you are on YouTube, you'll be able to click on those links, and it will definitely take you to where you can order for the books. It is very cheap, and a lot of people have read it, especially you can see from the reviews, and of course, currently people are getting it as well. What it does for people that get it, kids, I've got people coming back to say their children have started writing their own books. I've seen people that read through the night because they couldn't leave the book. And I've seen a lot of people getting inspired to do one thing or the other. So get a book for your kids. Even adults can read it as well. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Pete. And we've officially come to the end of today's event. Again, I wanted to congratulate you, Olivia, for this amazing body of work. Congratulations to you, to your parents, to your siblings, to everyone who supported you through this journey. And thank you for blessing us with this masterpiece. To everyone from all over the world who's joined this event, we want to thank you for your time and for your support. Please put a copy of this book in the hands of your loved ones, especially the children. It will go a long way to helping them. Again, thank you so much. And Olivia, any last words from you to your international audience?
Yes, I just wanted to thank everyone once again for coming to this live event, my book launch party. I am very happy and pleased to be supported by all of you. Thank you once again for watching my book launch. You're going to be seeing where to get the book, as you know. So I really hope you get inspired by what my book has to bring and the content it has in it. Thank you all for coming.
All right, guys, remain great.